I could use a workout right now. I'm freezing.
Yeah, I think. All right. Tonight's Take Flight call is going to be on limiting beliefs. I don't know how long this activity is going to take. Everybody's going to actually get out a piece of paper and a pen, and you're going to make this fancy little graph. So I'm in a leadership group with Barbie, and we did this activity last week, I think it was. And it was a super powerful activity. Yeah, I was crying, and it really got me thinking why and what Beachbody has done to change my life. That's kind of the question she asked after we did this is, what has Beachbody done to change your life? And I just think this activity is super powerful, and I just wanted to share it with everybody. So basically, you're going to make, God, columns and rows. Oh my gosh. 2 rows and 3 columns. I just have what they're labeled on top just to make it look easier. So basically, in the far left, we're going to go through this block by block. So in the far left, think about some limiting beliefs that are holding you back personally as a coach or as a person at your job, whatever things you think about yourself that you feel is holding you back. Negative thoughts about yourself. For me, I have 4. I know none of these are true after I went through this activity, but this is what I think: that I can't help my team build, that I don't manage my time well, that I doubt myself personally due to my physical transformation, and that I should be further with my business after almost 6 years of coaching. So those are the limiting beliefs I have about myself. So just take some time and think about what some are for you. And then whoever is ready first can share first. Everybody can see the document, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just I never. Anybody ready?
We don't have a lot.
Yeah, I know.
I have like a whole page filled out.
Oh no. And I bet after we go through this, you won't believe it.
It's like turning that frown upside down, right?
Who wants to share first?
I can share. I don't want to take anyone else's time though, the other coaches that we have on the call.
I think that even just sharing our own is helpful to people that watch the recording.
Okay, I'll go. So I kind of had some of the same. Yours were some that I had in common. Can't lead my team. That I don't manage my time well. and kind of falls into the same thing is that I think my limiting belief actually is that I don't have enough time to do the business and to work my other job. Another belief holding me back is I don't have enough to give. And I think that falls into the time thing too, just with both jobs. I feel like I'm at one job, I'm not giving my all, I'm giving to the other. I can't be successful. I can't get people to like follow me and want to join me. And I also feel that I should be further along in my business and that I don't have what it takes to balance everything. So those are mine.
Who wants to go next?
Or who else wants to go?
Becky's going to share hers in chat because it's too noisy where she is. She says balance.
Oh, I see the little chat button. Cool. Okay.
Give any other thoughts, Becky? Any other limiting beliefs?
Heidi, do you have, oh, here, she's still going? Okay.
Yeah, not much of a salesman. Yeah. Me neither.
Salesman.
I was seriously in sales for years and sucked. So yeah. Feel weird checking up on people who've asked questions. Not confident, you know. Heidi, you're up.
Okay. Kind of some of the same lines as you guys. Caitlin, you shut the door. Sorry, my daughter just got out of bed. But so I'm too busy. I feel overwhelmed with everything. I don't. So instead of like really focusing on a few things, I just get overwhelmed and I just don't do anything. I belief is that people don't want to follow me on like social media, or they're not interested because I'm no one special. I'm average, and I should have better outcomes like physically following the programs. And so I think about that.
Looks like we have a lot of all the same.
Right.
Lots of people actually did have a lot of the same belief. So I'm going to take those thoughts and think about behaviors you do because of those beliefs. So for me, with my team, I work with my diamond coach, Stuart, All-Star Diamond Coach. We do a lot of our trainings and team calls and stuff together. So we keep trying new things. Everyone finds something else and we don't give anything a chance. So I think that is a big behavior we do, thinking we can't build, so we're just going to keep doing new things all the time and change it up all the time. And I make schedules, but I don't follow them. Yesterday I posted a thing on my planner. I've actually stuck to it since yesterday, so that's pretty good for me. I sabotage my own health and eating because I'm an emotional eater. So when I'm upset or something bad happens, I take it out on what I eat. And I feel that sense. I think I should be further in my business, that I don't portray my success as well as I could. I think it's gotten better, but it's still a limiting belief for me. So we're going to think about what behaviors you do because you have those thoughts.
Erin, are you recording?
Yes.
Okay.
The little red thing is flashing, so hopefully I'm recording.
Okay. I got on a little late, so I just thought of it and wanted to make sure that we were recording. So, okay.
anybody is ready, they can go ahead.
Are we going? I can go.
Go ahead.
Okay. So behaviors that I do because of my limiting beliefs is I don't take action. I keep getting distracted. I get distracted easily, so I don't follow a schedule. I waste time like following others and seeing what they're doing instead of myself just taking action and doing it. I waste time trying to figure out the right words to say instead of just saying what I want to say. I have a hard time having things come to my mind. I keep trying to reinvent the wheel instead of just using practices that already work. I keep trying new things instead of just like you said, using things that already work. I can't focus. And then sometimes I regret my business because of all of these actions. So that's mine.
Heidi, you want to go? Or Becky, you want to chat?
Sure, I can go. So actions because of my beliefs. I kind of like what Sarah said. I just get overwhelmed, so I'm not focused. I don't stay on task. And then because I'm not confident, I feel like I try to be someone I'm not, to try to do what I think people want to see on social media. And those are the only two I had.
Okay. You got any, Becky, in the chat? If you just want to share these with me privately, Becky, you can too. That's okay. So then, oh, there we go. Oh, didn't hear you. Behaviors you do because of the limiting beliefs you have. Becky. We're going to move on to the next one. So the third category over here, what are the results your behaviors are producing? Well, for me, I know my coaches are confused because they never know what we're doing each month. I don't recruit or get as much Success Club points as I'm capable of because I don't follow a schedule. I don't have the physical transformation I'm capable of having, and I'm not attracting the kinds of people I could. Those are the results I'm producing, which are all negative. So think about what results your behaviors are producing that you don't want to happen anymore, I'm hoping. You ready, Sarah?
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, you're the only person I can see. I don't know why.
Oh, really? Huh.
Can you see everybody?
Yeah, well, I can see Heidi, and then I can see, what's her name?
Asha?
I thought it was, I thought it was Asha, but I thought you said it was somebody else.
There's
You say
Asha.
Asha from the start?
No.
Okay, because somebody was on before, right?
Yeah, Becky is what it says owner.
Okay, so yeah, I don't see Becky. And I used to see Becky instead of Asha. So then when I saw Asha, I thought, that looks like Asha, not. So I was confused. So I only see Erin, Asha, and Heidi. So
I see you with it
you see me? Well.
in my screen.
So what results my actions are producing is I feel like I just have like random conversations kind of all over the place, like Facebook and email and just random things that I can't keep track of. I'm not attracting people that I want to attract. I'm attracting people that are like all over the place like I am instead of people that like know what they want. And I mean, not that they, have to know everything, but, I'm just like attracting what I'm putting out there basically. And it's not necessarily the kind of people that I want to attract. I'm overwhelmed, scattered thoughts with the time, wasting time. And I'm not recruiting or reaching Success Club consistently. And I just feel like I'm not organized because of my behaviors. And that's all I got.
All right.
I can go.
Go ahead, Heidi.
So as a result of that, I'm not engaging with my current customers as often as I should, and as personally as I should. I'm not helping my personally sponsored coaches work on their goals. I'm not advocating for my business and therefore not advancing my business. Ultimately, I'm not living, and I'm not free. I'm not living the life that I've envisioned that I wanted to live. Also, by kind of not really portraying who I am, I'm not allowing others to get to really know who, the true person. Therefore, I'm not attracting people who are like-minded.
Anybody else? We're not going to think about those things anymore. So now we're going to go down to the bottom right. The results you want. So don't think about any of those thoughts, any of those things you wrote up there. Just think about the things that you really want out of your business. So for me, I want coaches on my team that are building and working the business. I never want to worry about hitting Success Club or getting my team to hit Success Club. I want to reach my weight loss goal and stay there. I did it 5 years ago. I don't know why I can't do it now. And I want to grow my business so I am a successful coach. I'm more where I should be, where I feel in 6 years. Mostly having an income where if my husband lost his job, it would be no big deal. To me, that would be successful. That if he lost his job, we'd be just fine. So that's where we want to get it to. And we're working together to do that. These are things you want, nothing to do with any of the limiting beliefs that you wrote above. Whenever anybody's ready, you can go ahead.
All right, I can go. So my new beliefs are that I can lead my team, that I'm a leader, I am organized and use my time wisely. I can recruit dedicated coaches like myself. I can be successful. People will want to follow me, and I can be me and be successful. And I'm confident.
They're great. I should have I'm confident on there too, because I have problems with that too. Most people don't know that, but I do. I know I don't come off like that, but.
Right. We fake it till we make it, right?
Exactly.
Okay, I can go.
Okay.
So the results that I want to build a successful team. I want freedom of job or business on my own terms, and for me and my coaches on my team. I don't want to ask permission to be, for example, a chaperone at my kids' field trips, or I don't want to ask permission to get off work early to go to a dentist appointment. I don't want to live paycheck to paycheck. I know people are surprised to learn that as a nurse, and my husband is a electrician, that we still live paycheck to paycheck. And I want to build my savings and pay off my student loans.
I'm just gonna say something. I wanted all those things too, but I didn't have it when I quit my job. I was kind of fired from my job because they wouldn't approve my extended leave. They basically said, sorry, bye. So I was like, no way I'm going to go back there. And we might not be where we want to be, but still have that freedom of time. And I think that's the most important thing.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, especially with kids, because I don't have to miss anything. I can always do it.
Feels like that call. Oh, I'm sorry. Were you still talking, Erin?
No, go ahead. That was it.
Feels like that call that was it Shay Stanford did last week about how many people's jobs usually give them time or money, but not both.
Mm-hmm.
So there's usually something lacking, like at your work. Like if you might make a lot of money, but you sacrifice time and you're spending hours away from your family and your kids, or your job might give you time to be with your kids. Maybe you're working part-time, or maybe they're very flexible, but you're not making the money that you need to get by, and you're living paycheck to paycheck. I just thought that was really interesting, because it is so true how very rarely do you have both, or like all three: time, money, and security. So
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to think about what new behaviors we're going to do to get what we really want. For me, having a set duplicatable system, just kind of what we're working on right now, today, and every day. Recruiting coaches that fit what I'm looking for, not just recruiting to recruit. That's what I've done in the past. I just sign as many people up as possible. Doesn't work. They don't stay. That's why I always had a shaky diamond before, is because I would just recruit the people that fit, the people that would just anybody, just bribe them to join. Use my team and customers to keep me accountable on my own fitness journey. I don't do that enough. And do the same quality behaviors each and every day. So I don't go to bed till my thing is filled out, and I don't go to bed till I've done all the vital behaviors. I just don't. If I'm up till midnight, I'm up till midnight. That's just what I need to do. And for me, is stay consistent. Is like the biggest takeaway of everything, is staying consistent for me. I don't know why I said 20 minutes, Sarah. I don't know what I was thinking.
I know. Well, when I went through all of the things that we were going to do, I thought that's like a lot of stuff. So
here on the call with Barbie for like over an hour, so I don't know
yeah.
why I thought 20 minutes.
Right.
No.
You must have thought we didn't have many limiting beliefs or anything like that.
Everybody has limiting beliefs.
Right. More than we think we do.
Yeah, about being consistency. Becky just wrote about something on consistency. I have a specific schedule of what I post. Look at what I've been posting lately. So I schedule my posts every day. First thing in the morning, I do a motivational something, a motivational picture. And then I will do a Bible passage, spiritual quote. Then I try to do something personal that so people know me, like something about my kids, something about what's going on. Obviously, I've been posting a lot about my pastor and it being anniversaries of Victoria's death and funeral and stuff like that. I've been posting a lot of that kind of stuff. I do that at 8 a.m. And then I'll post mid-morning, I'll post some kind of question to try to get people engaged in my page, whatever you want it to be, what the movies are out there, just anything, just to have people being active on your page. Or on lunchtime, I always post another motivational type thing, but I make sure I write something about how it connects to me. God, I don't know of a good example. But around lunchtime, I'll post something motivational, but I will say something about how it connects to me and about how it's making me feel that day. And I usually do a fit tip right after lunch. I do a call to action mid-afternoon just because I post so often. I'm trying to blog more, so I try to post a blog post around dinner time. And then I'll post something about how coaching has affected my life. So how my life is better, how my mental health is better, how my health is better. Just something about how Beachbody has changed me. Not coaching, just even how doing 22-minute hardcore has made me a stronger person. I'll post something like that after dinner. We usually do some kind of recipe, and I'll still fit in a motivational picture again before bed. That's kind of what I do. I mean, I post a lot, but that's really cut down because I used to post literally every hour. Don't do that anymore because I really try to make sure I put something personal. I don't just like put up a motivational picture and just put it up there. I try to write something. First thing in the morning, I don't really, but I try to make it personal. Barbie suggested that is when you post things, if you are sharing something, you have to explain how it helped you or what it did, how it made you feel, something like that.
All right, people can relate then.
Yeah, that's just what works for me, and I do that every night. Well, Alex is having her bottle before she goes to bed. That's when I do it. It works.
Mm-hmm.
It may sound weird, but that's when I have the time to do it, and that's, I don't know, when I'm most inspired, I guess, because I'm a night person. I'm not a morning person.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really trying to post a lot more personal stuff so that people can really get to know me. You have behaviors they're going to want to share? New behaviors they're going to do?
Sure. I'm going to have a duplicatable system, easily duplicatable system. Lead by example. I'll be leading by example, and really connecting with more people like me to work with, and yet like just not connecting with anybody, but really, being picky about, who I'm connecting with and finding, getting out more, doing what I need to do to find more people who we have common interests with so I can connect with, and maybe someday work with. And then new behaviors is waking up every day and reminding myself, I'm confident, I have energy, positivity, and that I'm consistent and healthy and motivated. All those things. Yeah, I'll just keep the list going. So yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
I have a hard time in the morning. I'm not a morning person.
I'm not either.
I'm crabby. I'm get up and have my coffee and then talk to you.
I'm usually more motivated after my workouts, and that's when I do a lot of my posting. Yeah. I usually feel like all this, like, oh, I can say what I want then. Like, I just feel like really powerful and just full of energy after my workouts. But lately.
Yeah, maybe that's why I do my posts at night, because me and my husband do work out at night because he's at work. He leaves at like 6:30 in the morning, and gets home at 5:30 at night. So we work out at 8:30 usually.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I'm motivated. I'll work out in the morning by myself for fun a lot of time, but that's just for me.
Right. Right. And I just think it's a good tip. So if you're like feeling like you don't know what to say or something, try to find that time of day when you feel like you're most energetic. Is it right after your coffee in the morning? Is it before bed, or are you a night? I'm a night person too. So mine's usually at night because I usually work out at night. Lately, I just haven't been feeling it. I'm like fighting a cold. So my workouts, like I'm not getting that like, afterwards, because I'm not putting everything into my workouts because I just don't have the energy. But it took me a while to figure that out, that after my workouts was when I was the most energetic and just confident and could get on Facebook and just, say what I needed to say. And then I can just save those posts and, schedule them to post on different days, depending on, how many I have that day. So.
Right. Sorry, Heidi, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, she's gone. Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Well, is she gone? Because somebody just maybe took her place?
No, she's gone.
Oh. Well, at least we had her while we did.
Well, there's one other really big question that I wanted to ask everybody. I'm going to share what I shared with Barbie. Basically thinking those that haven't been in Beachbody that long, this might not be as emotional for you as it was for me, but she asked me, she said, how has Beachbody changed your life? And I didn't really thought about how Beachbody's changed my life. And when I really thought about it, I don't know, it must have been how she asked. I don't know what it was. It was the first time I got super emotional and completely broke down. And I told her it was because when I had my son, I was a single mom. So this was back in 2000. My God, what year was that? 2006. I was in a domestic violence relationship with his dad, lived in Minneapolis. Everybody's working 2 jobs. We were totally broke all the time. I got kicked out of college. I didn't have a college degree. I was working at a bank and I was working at Victoria's Secret, and he was dealing drugs and they were growing marijuana in the closet, and it was just this horrible experience. He was abusive and violent. He was an alcoholic, and when I got pregnant, he said it would change. Obviously, it wasn't going to change. So I left when I was probably 4 months pregnant. I left and moved back home with my parents. So I drove from Minneapolis to Lake Geneva all by myself. I packed my car up. Not everybody knows this, which I need to share it more. So I packed my car up, drove home. It was a domestic violence relationship. I had been taken away from my friends. I really didn't talk to my parents because I didn't want them to know what was going on. And I kind of showed up and I said, well, here you go. I'm here. This is what happened. And I had to basically fix it all. I got kicked out of school because I didn't go to classes. I was stupid young kid. So I fought to get back into school. And I went back to school for social work. And, I was a single mom. It was hard. So I was working. I was going to school, social work degree. You had to volunteer. You had to do these unpaid internships. You had to do all this stuff. And I was just so overwhelmed. And I would leave every day. I would leave my son behind, who I think when I went back to school, I think he was 2 months old when I went back to school. And I would just cry in my car all the way to school. Mm-hmm. I went to Whitewater. Obviously, I was a commuter. I went 2 days a week. I would cry the whole entire 40 minutes to school. I was going to work. I would cry the whole way because I wasn't there and I was missing it. And that is basically why Beachbody appealed to me. When I became a Beachbody coach, I was still in school. I was so worried I wasn't going to find a job. I was just going to live with my parents forever. I was 29. I was like, I'm going to be living with my parents forever. I'm going to have all this credit card debt. I'm going to all this student loan debt. I'm just going to have all this and I'm just never going to get anywhere and I'm always going to be here. I said, I need something better. So that's when I signed up to be Beachbody coach because I needed something better. I was doing P90X. I was halfway to my goal, that I just need people to keep me accountable. I need that kind of community. So I didn't do anything for 3 years. So I was a coach for about a year, and then I kind of stopped doing stuff because I had a good job. I was doing okay. And luckily I met my husband, and, I never thought I would have any more kids. And I was just thought I was doomed to just stay with my parents forever. And it was just going to be horrible. But when me and my husband got married, we went on the Success Club trip for our honeymoon. And when I was there, I realized that I really could have a better life thanks to Beachbody. And that point, which was 2 years ago exactly, that I went to Barbie and said, you need to help me do this. However I need to do it, I need to do it for my family. So I had swore when we had our first kid, it took like a year and a half to even get pregnant. So I had swore that with my next kids that I was not going to bring them to daycare, that I was not going to leave them with family and go to work, that I couldn't do it again. So our whole thing was, we're going to make this Beachbody thing work before it's time to go back to work. And 2 years later, and I don't have to leave my kid at daycare. I'm with her every single day. I'm here every day when my son gets on the bus. I'm here every day when he gets home. And that is how Beachbody has changed my life, because I don't have to be that mom that leaves my kid at daycare and leaves crying. And I can help other moms who are like me to not have to go through that. And that is how Beachbody has changed my life. And I didn't even think of that until she asked me that question. All that was just not even a thought in my mind. Oh, well, I want to have freedom of time. I want to pay off my debt. That's why I always said why I was a coach.
Mm-hmm.
It's because I don't want to have to leave my kids like that. And I want to help other moms not have to do that. And that is powerful. And that is something that I'm trying to share more, but it's hard to figure out how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I can do it here with you guys. That's no problem, but I don't know how to portray it in words. That's why I'm trying to do more live videos and just really think about how something has changed you and how you can help people like you so that they don't have to go through that. So for me, my target is working moms that don't want to be working anymore. That's my market right there. It's right in front of my face. I don't know why I never saw it before. So really think about, even if you haven't been doing this for 6 years, Beachbody has done something to change you. For me, Beachbody helped me get a job because I had literally no confidence and no self-esteem because of domestic violence. So back then, Beachbody helped me find a job. I had a job with the state. It was a good job. It was stressful, but it was a good job. And so as you go on your journey, Beachbody is going to do so many different things for you, more than you even realize. And there's someone out there that's like you or like you were that needs Beachbody. And that's how I don't see it as selling. I'm not selling people. I'm showing them a way to get what they really want. And I'm trying, this was not even a week ago, so I'm trying to make the transition over. So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to say about that. I don't know, kind of went on a little bit, sorry.
Okay, thanks for sharing.
But it's really, really powerful to, no matter where you are, to think about what it's done, and it's going to change you at different points, in different ways.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's hard for me to connect with myself and realize what it's done to change me.
Took me a long time.
Yeah, because I know I've changed, but it's to connect with that is hard because it's it happens slowly over time. So it's not like I woke up one day and I'm I'm changed, and this is what's changed. So it's just like you said, it doesn't have to be something change you financially. If you're just starting as a new coach, it hasn't changed you, financially maybe yet, but your confidence, your being held more accountable, this is exactly why, I've kept going in this business, because I have a team and I have customers that are relying on me. So they hold me accountable. And that's why I show up every day and, struggle through and, find a better way. And, just because there's an obstacle doesn't mean, it's there to stop me. It just means I need to grow and learn, and I've learned so much. The confidence, even though I need more, definitely more confidence, more friendships, met so many people. I mean, how cool is it that you can really go anywhere and hook up with like a Beachbody coach, you know, and any state or anything, be like, hey, you know, I want to meet for lunch or something, you know, and just, it's just really neat. And you're all like the same kind of people. You're good, you know, we're all good people. And so, yeah. But it's hard. It's hard for me. And like you said, Erin, it's taken you a while, and just realizing that, yeah. And I've realized that the business, like everything takes me, I feel like it takes me a little bit longer than everybody else, but I'm okay with that. And I'm just embracing that and like, okay, you know, it's going to take me longer, but it's going to be worth it. You know, that's just how I am. So it's a slow learner. You know, it's just totally new for me. And all this is new. So I'm not being told what to do by anybody. You know, like at work, you're being told how you need to act, and here I need to figure it out for myself. So. You can, I don't know if I can hear you, Erin.
Huh?
Oh, okay. I didn't know if I could hear you. I thought you were talking, but I couldn't hear you.
No,
but
I wasn't talking.
I can hear you.
I'm not talking. I've talked too much.
Other people probably might want to add, but I just wanted to say one thing too. I know a lot of people are having problems like what we just talked about with like sharing like the coaching opportunity. And I think that ties back into the whole, you know, if you haven't seen much success with Beachbody yet, or how do you portray that? Like if like I'm working and, you know, the money that I make kind of goes right back into my Beachbody business. So it's not like a financial gain, but just, like I thought your points tonight were good, like with, you know, you've gained confidence or you've gained friendships, and just sharing that part of it, like what it's really done for you. But one thing I also wanted to say, it was just to think back of what interested you in Beachbody when you signed up. Like why did you sign up? Like what did you see in your coach or in that challenge group, or, you know, what put that, like, I want to be a coach, or I want to do this kind of thing. And it might have been the discount at first, but then what was it after that wanted you to join, and kind of tie into that and think about, you know, how you could share that with people, because the same thing that brought you into the business is going to bring in people like you to the business that want what you have. So, you know, your coach had something you wanted, or that challenge
Hey,
group
Mark, you plug this in
that you wanted. So just to try to think about that and sharing that aspect of it, because yeah, we don't have a big, amazing, you know, story like, you know, Anita Myron or Amy Silverman or something like that. But we do have little things that happen along the way that we may not realize, but just are going back, yeah, to when you signed up, why you signed up and what you saw that you wanted. So, and then just to remind you guys about the sneak peek this week on Thursday night. So
Go to bed, please. I want you to go lay down, okay?
I thought you were talking to me. I was going to say, okay. I'd love to. Yeah, we're just hoping to do that. Erin was nice enough to let us join her backstage. So then
go lay
we can
down.
do our own, you know, as a team, we can make up our own and make it our own and do that monthly, like have a duplicatable system to do that monthly, to have people that may be interested in it join it and see what coaching is like. So.
Yeah, unmute her so she can talk. Go ahead, Asha.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Asha.
Hey, I had to get a new battery for my phone because it was about to die. So then I couldn't get back on the call. So I had to shut my phone down and turn it back on, and I finally got back. So
Persistence.
yeah, here I am. So just trying to get kids in bed. It's crazy around here. So we have 4 in the house tonight. So it's a full house.
Tuesdays we have the one, so it's nice.
Oh yeah.
My son's
You have the one?
Tuesdays, yeah, my son's going on Tuesdays.
Okay, yeah. A few days we have like the 4, then we have the 2, and then every now and then like 8 days a month we have the 1. So we had to have the fluctuating thing going on too. So it's crazy. Come here, Erie. Mommy's gotta talk for a minute, okay? Well, I'm just hold on. I can't hear because the vacuum's on. Come in here. All right, sorry. I'm just trying to just stay motivated and do what I can. It's really hard with my 2-year-old because she's a real handful. And this one right here. Say hi. This is the reason why I can't get anything done. Say hi.
So cute.
She doesn't let me do anything. So I can't talk. I can't get any work done. So I just try to like send invites when I can and text people and follow up when I can. And I do what I can, but like basically I only work 2 days a week, substitute teaching, and then I'm home with her. She goes to daycare 2 days a week, and I'm home with her the rest of the time. And I mean, I get more done at work. I really do, because I have older kids, and I can put them on a task and work on this. But like at home, I mean, she doesn't let me. She doesn't understand mommy has to do something. So it's really hard with a little one just to make the time.
When I was first doing this, though, I put in maybe
no.
a day. So over time, it'll.
Ooh, what's in it?
It just might take a little longer, is all.
I'm still working on trying to get a set schedule, just because my schedule's so random and just really, I know it needs to happen and it will. It's just trial and error. So.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I know it's going to take a lot. Oh, careful. It's going to take a lot longer, but it does give me something to do, just to feel like I'm doing more than just those 2 days of substitute teaching. And I just kind of at least have something on the side that I feel like I'm building something. So, and I'm hoping that it turns into something, but I know that I could put a lot more into it if I wasn't, like if I was just home by myself, I mean, I would be probably a lot further along. Right. I just invite people where I can. I talk to people where I can, and like a lot of the times my texts are all messed up because she's like messing with my phone while I'm texting, and if I get on the computer, she pushes buttons, so I have to apologize constantly for all the typos. And when I send the message, it's not what I thought I sent. So it's crazy, but I at least got one sale under my belt now. So I finally got a Shakeology sale this week.
That's all it takes is one sale, and then
I know it's better. It was a real motivator because it let me know that it's possible.
Mm-hmm. People are watching, right? Some people watch for a long time.
Oh yeah, I've been talking to that lady for a couple of months, and she kept asking me all these questions, and then she said she was going to buy it, and then she said she didn't know if she wanted it. And then I just looked, and she'd finally actually bought it. And she actually got it today, and she texted me, and she said, I don't know if I really like this. She says it tastes really grainy, and I don't like this chocolate. Maybe I'll like another flavor. Maybe I'll get the sampler. So I said, well, it is grainy. I said, that's all the nutrients in it. And I said, I like the tropical strawberry and the vanilla. Maybe you could try a different flavor. But I said, the grains in it, that's all the vitamins.
Right.
So she says, maybe I'll get used to it. Maybe it'll grow on me. And she has a broken foot right now, and she has 5 kids. So she says she can't work out, but she just wants something that's going to help her lose some weight because she gained 45 pounds this year, and she wants to get it off. And I'm trying to give her I'm trying to give her as many tips as she's tired. I'm trying to give her as many tips as I can, but then at the same time, I'm telling her she really needs to add some fitness to it, because if she's just drinking Shakeology, sorry, my daughter's still nursing. It's really embarrassing, but she won't stop. And I've been trying to wean her, and she doesn't want to. She just is determined to stay on the boob. And
she is in charge.
I'm afraid I'll be doing this when she's 3. And it's getting more and more embarrassing by the day, because she rips my clothes off in public. Or she tries to. We'll be in the grocery store, and she's like ripping my shirt off, and it's just really embarrassing. But yeah, I guess I was telling her she needs to add fitness to it, and she's saying that her foot's not healed yet, and I get the feeling she doesn't want to work out. She just wants like a magic fix, and she wants it's like easy and that tastes good. And I don't think she's really willing to put in what it takes, because I'll tell her, well, you need to eat like healthy too, and you need to get exercise. You can't just think drinking a Shakeology day is going to take your weight off. And she's like, well, this doesn't taste very good. And I'm like, and then she's like, my foot's still broken. It's been 4 months. I can't work out. So I don't know. I would like to see her get results and share it, but I kind of get the feeling that she just thought this was going to be like a drink a shake a day and you drop all this weight kind of thing. And I don't know. I know that this plexus thing is going around, and I've seen people signing up for that, and it seems to be something that just I don't know what it is really, but I think people just want a magic pill.
Yeah.
And as soon as I tell them they have to put in some work, they're like, no, thank you. Oh.
Oh, Sarah went away somehow.
Oh. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm just putting something into it every day and seeing what happens. And I'm still really new, but at least I'm glad I got a sale, and I'm just going to do some more tomorrow. And I just thought I'd get on the call because it's nice to connect with others that are doing the same thing. And that way, you know, it's just nice to have that connection so that you're not out there by yourself doing this. Oh.
No, it feels sometimes unfortunate.
Yeah, it's like once you realize there's other people doing it too and that they're going through the same things, it just makes you feel more normal, I guess. Like you're not just crazy wasting your time doing all this stuff every day.
I just have a bunch of people ignoring me right now, so I'm just finding new people.
Yeah, people are ignoring me too. It's so crazy because like this is like the weirdest thing. This lady at my children's pediatrician, she'd been following me on my page for a while, and we talked a little bit. When I brought my daughter into the doctor last Monday, she pulls me over and is like, "Oh yeah, I've been watching you, and I'm really, you know, wanting to do this, and I have to get with you on this, you know, and I really want to lose 50 pounds." So I said, okay, and I gave her, you know, my information. She gave me her information, and I sent her a text, you know, just trying to just touch base with her and see what she's interested in, and she never responded. But she tracked me down and approached me at the doctor's office and came up to me and said she really wants to talk. And then when I came into the pediatrician with my son this week, she wouldn't even look at me. She has her head down behind the desk and stuff, but she's the receptionist there. And she's acting like she has to hide from me because she didn't, like, respond to my text. But I was never going to bring any of this up to her again if she hadn't have, like, approached me at the doctor's office and said that she was really interested and that she had to get with me on this to lose 50 pounds for her wedding and stuff. I mean, I was just, like, going to leave it alone because when we were talking on Facebook, she had actually stopped responding, so I left her alone. And maybe she felt like she had to say something to me because I came into the doctor's office, but I wasn't going to bring it up, and then she brought it up, and then when she ignored me again, now she won't even look at me. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. I mean, she liked my page, I shared it with her, she stopped talking, so I stopped talking too. Coming to the doctor's office, she seems so excited to get into this, and she wants to know more, so naturally I'm going to text her again, and then she ignores me once again. And then she has her head down behind the desk, acting like she can't look at me. And I'm like, I'm not harassing you or anything. It's fine. Like, it's just, I don't understand it. It's like, I'm not really here to bother you.
Right.
If not, that's cool.
Right.
I mean, just don't act like you did something wrong. It's like, I just don't get it. It's really weird.
And sometimes I'll say that to people, like, if you're not interested, you know, that's fine too. You know, just if you are, you know, I'm excited to get you started, but if you're not, that's okay too. You know, we can still be friends, you know, because it's same thing. Like, I don't want to push anybody. So I just put that out there right away. You know, it might not be for everybody. It might not be for you. You might not be, you know, just put that out there that that's okay. You know, you don't have to feel bad about it. So.
Right. And I sent her that in the text. I said, you know, you don't even have to do any online groups. I said, just let me know what you're interested in. We can work something out or find something for you. But, you know, she did approach me and said she was very interested. So I let her know, let me know what you're interested in, and we can talk about it. And I let her know she doesn't have to do anything she doesn't want to do, and whatever she wants, just let me know. And of course, the no response, and then the ducking and hiding from me. And it's like, I don't know, that's the part that's kind of weird because I wasn't ever pushing anything on her. Really, I just kind of was sharing. And if she showed interest, I shared more. But if she didn't respond, I kind of just stopped talking too. But for some reason, she feels like she has to be, like, uncomfortable around me now. And I'm not trying to make people uncomfortable. I'm really not. I'm just trying to help if they want help. But I don't want anybody to be uncomfortable. That's the last thing I want. And I feel so bad. I feel terrible that she feels like she has to hide behind the desk when I bring my kids to the pediatrician now.
Right. But that's her, not you, you know. Right.
I'm not mad at her at all. And I'm not upset whether she buys anything or not, or whether she signs up or not. I just kind of was sharing because I thought she was interested.
Right. And that happens. I've had the same thing. I've had people, like, really interested, and then it's like they don't get back to you, and they don't get back to you, and you're like, I thought you were interested. But that's when I just kind of leave, you know, just kind of keep checking in with them and just talking about other things then, like, hey, how's, you know, the wedding plans, or how's, you know, whatever you know, you've talked about with her, what you know about her. Just talk about something else, just kind of break that awkwardness maybe, so she's not thinking she can only talk about that, or, maybe, yeah.
That's what I tried to do. But I just got the feeling that she thought I was going to talk about Beachbody or Shakeology or something like that.
Right.
She was trying not to get into a conversation with me. And I wasn't going to talk about it at all, because when someone doesn't respond, that's like,
they don't want
tells me that they don't want to, it tells me they're not interested or that they're not ready.
Right.
So I'm not going to continue to talk about it if I'm not getting a response, because then I'm having a conversation with myself.
Right.
So and I'm not going to bring it up when I see them, because if they didn't respond to my text, then obviously they don't want to talk about it. I don't know. It's just, that's the weird part. And it's like, I don't want to have that relationship with people where they feel like they have to duck and dodge because I'm the Beachbody lady coming and I'm going to shove this down their throat. And I've had it happen with one other person too, that's like kind of close to the family, that said she wanted to buy it. Then she saw the price and she said it was too much at the time. And I said, oh, that's fine. Not a problem. Just let me know if you ever want it in the future. And then after that, she just kind of stopped talking to me. And I'm like, it's so weird. And I wasn't mad at all. But just because she didn't buy it, now she feels like she can't talk to me.
Right. And then
That's where like Sarah said, then like you initiate some type of like, to let her know that it's still okay. Like I've had that too. And so like Sarah said, I'll follow up with them like other things. But then sometimes I'll even like send a message to say something like, hey, I haven't heard back from you. Did I say something that offended you, or did I do something wrong? I just want to know. And, if you're totally not interested, just like, just tell me, and it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to know kind of where to focus on.
Yeah. Let's be honest. Yeah. And yeah.
Right. Because I'm sure we've all had people come to us trying to sell us stuff online too.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of people coming to me with those wraps.
Yep.
And I've had people come to me with like different cosmetic products. There's this traveling thing, I think it's called like World Ventures. I've had lots of people come to me with that. And I just tell them, no thanks, not interested right now, but thanks for sharing. I'll take a look maybe later. And then I just kind of just leave it at that. I tell them I'm not interested right now, but maybe later I'll take a look. But I don't like just stop talking to them. And I still talk to actually 3 people that are part of World Ventures, and they're actually nice people, and they tried to sell it to me. I actually shared Beachbody with them. We didn't buy anything from each other, but we still talk. And it's like, I don't know why it has to be so weird, because that's just kind of what's going on with social media. There's a lot of marketing going on, and people are selling stuff. And
I actually went through my lists of my groups, and I like deleted myself out of 50 groups, and they were like unique and Jamberry and 31 bags and all, like 50 groups. I'm like, why do people just add me to stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't feel like we're
31. I have a friend that sells Arbonne. I
right.
know people I get this stuff from. I'm not trying to be rude.
Right.
And I'm not.
See, I feel like we don't make it salesy. We're not salesy like that. Like, we don't go to people. We wouldn't message somebody like that we become friends with and say, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach. Check this out. We just don't do that. So
I say something like, thank you for showing love on my page.
Right.
Looks like we have fitness in common. And that's like all I say.
Right. Just get something going.
If you want to talk about fitness or goals, I'm here for you. And most of them want to ask me what I'm doing. So, but it's not icky how I do it. I'm nice, and I say, because I usually like a lot of my stuff all the time, and I say, well, thank you for always liking my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It means a lot, and that's really all you need to do. And I'm not going to be like, ooh, they like my stuff, I'm going to put them in my clean eating group.
Right. I know. It's just so icky, and it's only icky if we make it that way. And I just don't feel awkward around people, because I don't, I get rid of that awkwardness right away. Just like I said, if they're not responding or something, just talk about something else then. Be like, hey, if you're not interested, that's fine too. Just want we can still be friends, or, what about your trip, or when you want to, just whatever, just clear the air and just make it so it's not awkward. But yeah. Yeah, because really, if they're just watching you, even to send them a nice message, they're going to start paying more attention to you than since you paid attention to them. And if you say something about Beachbody or selling, then they're going to shut you out. Or if you just say something like, hey, I like your photo, your cover photo, we have something in common, or like we have fitness in common, then they're gonna be like, oh, like she noticed me, you know, now I'm gonna pay attention to her. So
Yeah, when people accept my friend requests, I usually stalk their page and see what they're about and then send them a message. So it's personal, and it's not just copy paste.
Yeah.
I mean, I have the basic kind of thing I say, but then I make sure it's personal. So they know that you're not, hey, guess what? I'm selling 31 bags. You want to come to my house on Facebook?
Hey, this may be totally random, but do you want to join my next health and fitness group? A Beachbody coach did that to me. She friend requested me. Must not realize I was a coach, and then didn't say anything. But then like 2 days later, I was like, hey, this might be totally random, but would you like to join one of my challenge groups? And I go, are you a
challengers all the time? I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, so it's funny because then you see like what you don't want. Yeah, you see how like not to act. You're like, yeah, I'm not gonna act like that. Not that I would, but yeah. But yeah, that ties back to too, Erin, with you when you're talking about like with going through that relationship that you were in, and like, you know, with school and stuff, and just that like feeling and, you know, being, you know, just your lifestyle and stuff like that. I've been thinking a lot about that, like with my work, and like when the flu shot came up and how like insecure I felt then, like no sense of security and like self-worth, you know, just that time where I thought, oh my gosh, like my job is like on the line. Like sometimes you have to see what you don't want to know like what you do want, you know, or like not being around your kids and taking your kids away all the time, you know, or even with this business, like being stressed out and overwhelmed. Like I don't want that. So it doesn't mean I'm going to quit, but I'm going to figure out a way to make it so I'm not overwhelmed, you know, stressed out. But I think somebody said that in something, or I heard it somewhere, but it just really stuck with me as far as like, yeah, you have to see what you don't want to know what you do want. So
yeah, well, here's a true story, because I had my really nice cushy job with the state, really great benefits, great insurance, all that great stuff. And I tweaked my back doing P90X, and I couldn't work because I couldn't drive because I was on pain meds. So I had to go on like medical leave for 4 weeks. And my doctor, he said, you cannot go back to that job, because if you go back to that job, your back will never heal, because you are under so much stress. That is how you injured yourself. It's not really from P90X. You probably did something a little bit to tweak it, but the stress of your job made it worse. And I mean, it was a stressful job. That was doing child protection and investigations and like going in and taking kids, and like it was like the most stressful job. Like no amount of money was worth it. Not worth it. And I said, well, I guess I'm just not going back. I found a different job.
Right.
So I went to a homeless shelter instead, but for way less money, but it wasn't the same kind of stress. Absolutely not.
Right.
Going and moving kids in Milwaukee is, my back injury just got worse and worse and worse, and it would never have healed.
Right.
So stress can really cause health issues for sure. And I don't think I ever realized it until my doctor was like, you can't do this anymore.
Right.
You're going to need back surgery.
Right.
Now I have no back problems. So, hey, it's funny. I didn't go back to my job. How when I go get my monthly massages, like my back is not all jacked up. Like it's kind of jacked up from working out, but like it had knots, and it was just horrible. Like I needed massage to get through life. But now I get it for relaxation now.
Yeah.
I know I need a massage right now.
I go
all messed up, and I have bursitis in my shoulder. I always get that, like, it's from lugging around 26 pounds all the time, but I just get like, has anyone ever had that bursitis in their shoulders, where your shoulders are so bad, and it's like to lift or do any motion, it's just like so painful and inflamed. I've had to have steroid shots for them several times, and I have it in the left shoulder right now. I haven't had it in a while. I forgot that I get this, and then it came back on, and I'm like, oh gosh, this again.
I hate to but we gotta cut it.
Oh, sorry, I'm just...
No, we're on for an hour and 15 minutes. We probably should get off. I'm gonna stop the recording.
Yes.